Hello everyone, welcome back to Apex Autos, the channel where we chase down the boldest designs on four wheels and break them apart piece by piece, so you don't have to guess what's hype and what's genuinely special. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because today we've got something that's already blowing up in car circles, a jaw-dropping take on what could be the next generation Genesis G90. And trust me, this one is going to spark a lot of debate in the comments. Let's just start with the obvious. This is not your typical G90. Genesis has built its reputation on the sedan, that long, elegant three-box shape that competes with the S-Class and the 7 Series. But what we're looking at here flips that formula completely on its head. This render imagines the G90 as a shooting brake, a wagon silhouette wrapped in full luxury flagship styling. And honestly, it might be one of the most striking reinterpretations of the nameplate we've seen yet. Let's talk about that front end first, because it is an absolute statement. The crest grille, Genesis's signature diamond mesh pattern, dominates the face, and it's massive here, wider and more aggressive than anything currently in the lineup. It's flanked by these razor-thin quad headlamp clusters that Genesis calls the two lines design language. And in this render, they stretch almost the full width of the fascia, giving the car this predatory, wide-eyed stance. Down below, the lower bumper is sculpted with deep intakes and a mesh insert that adds even more aggression, something you'd expect on a performance variant rather than a flagship limousine. The hood itself has these subtle creases running down the center, catching light beautifully and paired with the gloss black paint. In this shot, the whole front end just looks like it's carved from a single block of obsidian. It's intimidating in the best way, and it signals this isn't just a comfortable cruiser, it's a car that wants to be noticed. Moving along the side profile is really where this concept earns its shooting brake label. Instead of the sedan's long trunk, the roofline stretches back in one continuous, unbroken line all the way to a squared-off tailgate, similar to what you'd see on something like an Audi RS6 Avant or a Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo, except stretched to full-size luxury proportions. The greenhouse is low and sleek, the windows are heavily tinted, and there's a crisp character line running from the front fender all the way back that keeps the design from feeling slab-sided. What really steals the show, though, are the wheels. These bronze, multi-spoke forged wheels with red brake calipers peeking through create this incredible contrast against the black paintwork. It's a color combination that screams bespoke, custom order, the kind of spec you'd see on a one-off build rather than something rolling off a regular production line. The wheel arches are pushed out slightly too, giving it a more planted, muscular stance than the current G90. Now, let's swing around to the rear, because this is where the shooting brake identity really comes together. Instead of a traditional trunk lid, you get a full glass hatch, framed by a slim, light bar that likely runs the width of the car, echoing that two lines theme from the front. The roofline tapers down with a subtle spoiler lip integrated into the design, which not only looks sporty but would help with rear downforce and aerodynamic efficiency at speed. The rear bumper carries over the same aggressive lower intakes from the front, and you can imagine quad exhaust tips or a diffuser element finishing things off on the actual production adaptation, though this angle keeps things clean and minimal, letting the taillight signature do the talking. Now, since we don't have a direct shot of the cabin in this particular render, let's talk about what Genesis interiors are known for and what we'd expect to carry over into a flagship like this. Genesis cabins are all about quiet luxury. Think Korean minimalism meets old-world craftsmanship. Expect a dual-bridge center console finished in open-pore wood or brushed metal, quilted Napa leather seats with that signature diamond stitch pattern, and a massive curved OLED display integrating the instrument cluster and infotainment into one seamless piece of glass. Given the shooting brake body style, you'd also expect a much larger, more versatile cargo area than the standard G90 sedan, which would actually make this concept genuinely appealing to buyers who want flagship luxury without sacrificing practicality. Genesis has already shown with cars like the G90 facelift that they're not afraid to push analog-inspired details, like a mechanical clock face on the dash. So don't be surprised if that carries through here too, alongside crystal-style trim accents and ambient lighting that wraps around the cabin. What makes this whole concept so compelling is that it takes everything Genesis already does well, that quiet, confident, luxury identity, and injects it with a body style nobody's really doing at this price point anymore. Wagons and shooting brakes have basically disappeared from the American market. But in a world where SUVs dominate everything, something like this feels genuinely fresh and different. Whether Genesis actually greenlights a production version remains to be seen, but as a design exercise, it absolutely nails that balance between elegance and aggression. So that's our breakdown of this incredible G90 shooting brake concept. Let us know down in the comments, would you actually buy this over a traditional sedan or SUV? Which detail stood out to you the most, the grille, the wheels, or that roofline? If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. This has been Apex Autos. We'll see you in the next one.